Hello everyone and welcome to Sharpdress Gaming, and today we are here with something we haven't done in quite a while on the channel, and that is the Pokemon trading card game online. Yes, we used to be pretty competitive in the trading card game. I wouldn't say I was super good, but I was good enough. Like, I played at regionals and stuff. But then I got out of it for quite a while. I blame a majority of that on Seismitoad, and also I think I just enjoy VGC a lot more. I think it's a lot more fun. But I do enjoy TCG, and I've been meaning to get back into it for a while, and today is finally that day. But I didn't want to just kick off right into things because I don't know what the meta is currently. I know there's GXs now. I know there's, like, Stage 2s are starting to come back, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know much about anything. So that's why we're going to go back to the basics, as you would say. Like, and I think this will help too with people who've never played the game before and want to like try and get into it, but they're a little like other YouTube videos where it's the full-on deck right away. It's a little much sometimes. So for those of you who are advanced in this game, probably not the series for you currently. When we get further on and start getting into decks, feel free to come back and join us. But for right now, this is just kind of for starters. It's good to remind myself and for new people. Like I feel pretty confident with the rules and stuff. It's just like the new cards and how they interact with each other. And I know Pokemon isn't the greatest at making those kind of tutorials, to actually have competitive tutorials, but you never know. Maybe it will help. So let's get into this. Hello, I'm Professor Holly. I'm going to teach you how to play the Pokemon trading card game. So let's learn this. Alright. So first we've got an Eevee. We got an Eevee right here. We're going to zoom in on it. So you can see Eevee is our basic Pokemon. Cool. We got an Eevee. Oh wait, I did that. Oh, right click. I'm an idiot. I was clicking the wrong thing. So of course, you've got all your stuff here. As you can see, Eevee is a basic Pokemon that has 50 hit points and 2 attacks. Click on the playmat to unzoom Eevee. Alright, so we need to choose Eevee to be our active Pokemon, so we're going to slide them forward, set them down. Got a Rattata. Each player starts their turn by drawing a card. Click anywhere to continue. Energy allows Pokemon to attack. You can attach one per turn. Zach will attach a Steel Energy to his Rattata. Click anywhere to continue. So we got the energy on the Rattata. But because they went first, they cannot attack this turn. So we get the advantage of going second. Now it's your turn. You drew an electric energy, or lightning energy. I think it's lightning in the trading card game. Let's attach it to Eevee. Drag the lightning energy to Eevee. Now our Eevee has an energy. The player who goes first can attack, however. You can, since you went second. Select Eevee to attack. So we're going to use our Smash Kick. Because we only have one energy here, we can only use Smash Kick. And the star, the white star, is what's called colorless, which means that you can use any type of energy to cover that energy type. Like, if it was a little electric symbol, or the lightning symbol, we need the lightning energy, but because it's colorless, we can use the electric energy for that. Smash Kick did 10 damage. Rattata has 40 HP, so 30 more damage will knock it out. Click anywhere to continue. Sometimes I have a hard time reading out loud. And he's going to do a big 20 to us. Ouchie, poo-poo-poo. Alright, we can add another lightning energy to Eevee. And Tail Whip this time, because now we have 2 energy. Saying lightning energy sounds wrong. I know I've heard somebody talk about it that way before, though. I don't know. I'm going to say electric energy. If it's wrong, whatever. Zach's Rattata is almost knocked out. He'll put another Pokemon into the bench as backup. Click anywhere to continue. He's got a Meowth down there now. And the Nah is going to put us down to 40, taking 40 damage. Oh, our poor Eevee. But we have a Potion. And Potion is a card that heals 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. It's a trainer item card. Trainer cards have special effects that can help you out. Let's use the Potion to heal Eevee. Let's do that. Alright, and the Rattata only has 10 HP left. So use Tail Whap. Tail Whap! I like how, I mean, technically we could use Smash Kick too, but I think if we try using Smash Kick, the game's like, no, use Tail Whap like I told you. When you knock out a Pokemon, you get to take a prize card. Take all of your prize cards when you win the game, and you win the game. So there's 6 prize cards when you play a game of Pokemon, trading card game, and you get to choose one if you knock out just a normal Pokemon. And I get that energy in my hand. The Rattata goes to the discard pile, and the Meowth comes forward because you need a Pokemon to be active. Meowth's Fury Swipes lets Zach flip 3 coins. For each head, the attack does 10 damage. He's going to flip. He gets 1 head, 2 heads, so 2 times 10 is going to be 20 damage. But because we did potion ourselves earlier, we good to go. Now we can put young Pika out on the field, on our bench, so we have a backup for when Eevee faints. Because another way for you to win outside of taking all 6 prize cards is to knock out all of your opponent's Pokemon. So if I had no Pokemon left, like if I knock out Meowth, there's nothing on his bench, he would lose. So I'm going to attach this energy to Pikachu. We don't want to attach it to Eevee because Eevee has enough energy to attack, and we don't have like an evolution for it, so it's not really worth it, especially because Eevee's probably going to get knocked out this next turn. Then we just lose 3 energy for no reason, so we might as well start building up Pikachu so that young Pikachu can attack. I can retreat because I have a Pokemon in the back, which means so retreat, and it has the energy cost right there, so that means 1 of any kind of energy, and you can bring Eevee back to the bench and then bring another Pokemon forward. We don't want to do that because that's a waste of our time right now. We can just attack. If we wanted to save Eevee, we could do that, but we don't really care to save it right now, so we're just going to attack. Big 20 damage to the Meowth. And then another Steel Energy goes on the Meowth. He's going to go for Fury Swipes instead of Payday. And he only does 10 damage because of that. That's the problem with those multiplication moves. Sometimes you get bad rolls, as they say. Coin flips in this case. But had he gone for Payday, it would have knocked us out because we only had 20 HP left, and Payday does 20 damage. Plus you get to draw a card. So personally, that's what I would have went for. But they're trying to teach us right now, so they're not just gonna be bopping us left and right, you know. We're going to go for another Tail Whap, get this thing down to 20 HP, so Pikachu can hopefully come in and knock it out in the next turn. Currently, we do have to rely on a coin flip to get a knockout onto Meowth, but if we get another energy somehow. So Eevee gets knocked out, so now Zach gets a prize card, leaving 5 for both of us. But if I'm able to knock out, ooh, I get the final energy I need, because I need 3 energy to do Electro Ball, so that's a guaranteed KO, whereas Quick Attack, I have to hope for the coin flip. So we just Electro Ball for game. And like I said, there's no Pokemon left on his side of the field, so that means we win. Nice, easy victory to start off. I mean, obviously all of these are going to be super easy. They're tutorials. Plus we get coins off this, which helps us get card packs on the trading card game online, so in the shop. Good job, my daughter Ella is going to be helping you teach some more advanced rules. Ooh. I think we can get through the whole tutorial today, and then we can start getting to some more meat next time. I looked at like the playing against the computer, and it looks like it's all old decks, which I don't need help with old decks. I need help with new ones. So this is how you're typically going to be starting a game: is you draw 7 cards. If you have a basic Pokemon, that means you can play. So you're going to put your basic Pokemon down, usually face down, but it's against the computer, so it doesn't care. And it's only giving us 2 prizes because it's just going to make it quick. My mom's a good teacher, right? I have nothing but energies. That's another thing with these decks. They're the ones that Pokemon generates for you on the TCGO, and like the starter decks that you buy in the stores, the bigger decks. They're not good. They're not good. They're not made to be in tournaments. They're just made to start you off. So they're good starting points, but don't buy one and expect to do good in the tournament. Just a heads up. Just remember, the player who goes first can't attack on their first turn. Shoot! So we went first, so we can't attack, even though we have the energy. That's just the common courtesy. When I first started playing, which was not at the beginning of this game, I didn't start playing till late in the game. You could attack turn 1, and it was just slaughterfest after slaughterfest. Because there's a lot of decks that can set up like that just instantly, and you would win turn 1, and it just didn't make for a good game. So they got rid of that. So you can like defend yourself turn 1, and then you can't get KO'd by your opponent when they come in on turn 2. Whereas if you're attacking on turn 1, your opponent didn't get to set up at all. So if they got a bad hand, they're just done for. So we're gonna Tail Whap this Jigglypuff. Teach it for hitting us. I'm gonna teach you, Jigglypuff. Continuous Tumble gets 1. Gets 2. Ooh, that's doing 20 damage. That hurts me. Stop it, Jigglypuff. Hey, Jigglypuff. But we do get a Pikachu to back up our Eevee for when their Eevee faints. And again, Eevee has all of its energy, so we're going to start boosting up Pikachu for when Eevee goes down. And then we tail whap. Bop! Bop that thing, boy. And Ella apparently just drew a stage 1 evolution for Jigglypuff. I'm going to get rid of this, a little notification. So now she can evolve it into Wigglytuff. So Jigglypuff is what's considered a basic Pokemon. Eevee's considered a basic Pokemon. Pikachu is considered a basic Pokemon. Any Pokemon that's the starting form is a basic. And then there's babies and stuff. I don't think they really deal with babies anymore. And then stage 1 is the next evolution. So that's what's kind of confusing. Stage 1 you would think would be the first one. Stage 1 is the first evolution, is how they're talking. And then like stage 2, like a Charizard or a Delphox would be stage 2. And then there's other cards, I'm sure we'll get into those soon enough. So we got a Raichu. We do want to, before we evolve our Pikachu into Raichu, which, when you evolve Pokemon in a trading card game, you have to wait a turn. So, like, we laid Pikachu down on the field last turn. We couldn't have evolved him last turn. We'd have to wait till this turn to do it. So they just set it up that way where you're drawing Raichu the turn you can evolve it. But we want to look at Raichu first and make sure we can actually attack with him before we evolve. Because Pikachu only has 1 energy right now. And Thundershock, which is his lowest attacking, Raichu's lowest attacking attack, needs 2 energy. But luckily we can still attach our 1 energy per turn. That's something else I didn't really cover. Energies, you can only attach 1 per turn, unless you have some special ability, which we'll get into when we get onto that kind of stuff. But as for right now, only 1 energy per turn. You can lay as many Pokemon as you want, you can evolve as many Pokemon as you want, as long as it's their second turn on the field. Energies, 1 per turn. That's the same as supporters. There's a special trainer card called supporters. You can only lay 1 per turn. So I'm going to put the electric energy on the Pikachu first, make your kind of sweat, be like, oh, he's just got the Pikachu, no Raichu. But boom, we got the Raichu, baby. We coming in with that Raichu. And now we can use Thundershock with Raichu, which has a second ability. It does 30 damage, but also we get to flip a coin, and if heads, your opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. Which I'm going to do that. Now, paralysis in this game is different from... we got a tail, so it doesn't matter. But paralysis is different in this game than in the video game, whereas it only lasts for 1 turn. It just makes it so your opponent cannot attack for 1 turn. That's it. That's it. I think they can retreat. I think it's only sleep you can't retreat. I can't remember. We'll get into that, I'm sure. Ella's Wigglytuff is close to being knocked out. She can discard 2 energy to retreat. Oh, we're getting into retreating right now. So she's going to discard those 2 energy, which means they go to the discard pile. So she can bring it back to the bench and save it. And then Sandshrew can come in. She can attach her energy for this turn to attack and then do big damage to us, because Raichu is weak to what's called the fighting type in this game. That's essentially ground, rock, and fighting is all mushed into one. There's some of those types where they're all just mushed into one type. So Raichu is weak to that. And Sandshrew actually does not resist electric, which is nice. So sometimes there's resistances, which means we do less damage. There's no immunities, unless they have an ability or something. But there's resistance and there's weakness. Weakness multiplies it by 2. Resistance usually is minus 20. Sometimes it's something else, and it changes constantly. Alright, so it's telling us about weakness. Now we could retreat. Oh, wait, never mind. It's telling us now that we know how to retreat and evolve, we can play on our own. And actually, I can just kill Raichu. Sandshrew this turn. If I attach an electric energy. And it's a good idea to get rid of Sandshrew here, because Sandshrew currently is their only attacker. Wigglytuff has no energy on it, and it needs at least 2 to attack. Whereas Sandshrew is the only one with the energy to attack. And especially because it's super effective against Raichu, we're going to attach the energy to Raichu this turn so we can use Electro Ball, which is going to KO the Sandshrew in 1 hit. And we get one of our prize cards off of that, which is another electric energy. Who would have guessed? Wigglytuff is going to come back in now because that's the only Pokemon left. Machop's going to hit the bench, and Wigglytuff will get the energy for the turn. That's not going to be enough. I'll use a potion just to look fancy so that I'm fully healed. So it looks like they didn't hit me. I can attach to Pikachu. We don't need to attach to Raichu anymore because Raichu has all the energy it can use. You don't want to put excess energy on a Pokemon when you don't need to. And I could retreat, try to KO with Quick Attack, or we can just Electro Ball and KO. Or I could use Thundershock. Whatever. Whatever. You don't need to get fancy. You want to ensure your win. You don't want to mess around because that's when you accidentally lose. So we beat Ella. We beat Ella. We get 50 points. 50 points. All right. It looks like we're battling up to. I don't even know that guy. He looks so cool though. Great job. Let's see how you do against other trainers. Defeat them to earn booster packs and powerful Pokemon EX. Good luck. My name is Calvin. Looks like we're up next. I didn't think EX was like really a big deal anymore. I thought GX is where it's at now. Or GFX. What is it called? It's GX. Because we have our GX marker here. Which I have not played with GX Pokemon, so I'm pretty excited to start getting into that. So we have Electabuzz as a basic Pokemon and Pikachu. So we can lay both Pokemon right now. Sometimes there's strategies where you don't want to lay all your Pokemon down at once. And sometimes there are ones where you want to lay them all down at once. So if we look at Electabuzz, Lightning Punch does 10 damage for 1 energy. If we look at Pikachu, Quick Attack also does 10 damage for 1 energy, but there is that chance that we can do 20. So I'm going to lead with Pikachu, just because I want to get that damage out. And actually, it looks like they're not going to let us drop bench Pokemon for this game until we actually start. I got an Ether, which reveals the top card. Oh, come back here, Ether. I'm trying to teach people about you. Come back, you son of a bitch. So Ether is an item card that my opponent played, which you get to reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a basic energy, attach it to one of your Pokemon. So this is a way to get extra energy onto the field other than the 1 energy per turn. You can use this trainer card. And if it's not a basic energy, you return it to the top of your deck. So you'll still draw it the next turn, but you can see my opponent has 2 energies from that last turn, and that's because of that Ether. I'm trying to remember Squirtle's Shell Shield. Oh, if it's on the bench, it can't take damage. So some Pokemon have abilities. Like the Squirtle has an ability called Shell Shield. And as long as Squirtle is sitting on the bench, which it's not right now, it's in the active position, which means it's the front attacking Pokemon, you get to prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. So some Pokemon can attack the bench. Squirtle can't be attacked while it's on the bench. It's fun, really. So I'm going to put Electabuzz down on the bench just in case somehow Pikachu gets knocked down next turn. I don't think it can be, at least not from the Squirtle. And I'm going to put down an Electric Energy on the Pikachu so we can attack this turn. And this was a supporter I was talking about earlier. We can't play this supporter right now because it's a healing supporter. As you can see, heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from 1 Pokemon. We're not going to do that right now because we have no damage on us. And unlike the video game, Pokemon don't have multiple weaknesses. So Squirtle is only weak to grass. He's not also weak to electric, unfortunately. So Pikachu's not going to be getting that weakness boost. And we get a tail, so it only does 10 damage. Shoot. So we're going to see Professor's Letter. Pretty good trainer card that allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, put them in your hand. So if you don't have any energy in your hand per turn, that's really good. And then so they can attach to Rattata and start getting you ready back there. Squirtle did big damage with its Water Splash because it got heads. If you flip a coin and get heads, the attack does 20 more damage plus the 10 it's already doing. So if it gets another heads, it's going to knock us out. But we do have the Potion card, which heals 30 damage. So we're going to play that, making our Pikachu back down to 0. And I'm going to put, or 0 damage taken, that is. I'm going to put Spearow on the bench. Spearow's not great, but it's also not terrible. And I could just keep boosting this Pikachu. And I think I'm going to. Yeah, because I'm not too worried about not boosting Electabuzz because it only needs 1 energy. So if Pikachu goes down for some reason we still can get a pretty reliable attacker. Unfortunately, we get tails on that one again. I think the game's doing it on purpose at this point because they just got heads again. Come on, dude. So we're taking 30 more damage again. So that would have knocked us out had we not healed. So now I put the electric energy on the Pikachu again so we can use Electro Ball to knock out the Squirtle this turn. And I'm going to play the Pokemon Center Lady. We aren't going to be getting the full 60 healing. I mean, obviously we wouldn't be able to with Pikachu anyway because he only has 60 HP, so if he had 60 damage on him, he'd be knocked out. And Pokemon Center Lady also heals a status condition, which we also don't have right now. But that's fine. That's fine. We don't have any other supporters to play this turn anyway, so it's not like we're wasting our supporter turn. And I'm able to knock out the Squirtle take the first prize card of the game. We get another Pokemon Center Lady, so we can keep healing our Pikachu if we take a bunch of damage, which we're going to from this Panpour, who is able to do 30 damage reliably. I do also have a switch card if it comes to that. I'm going to put the energy onto... Should I put on the Spearow or Electabuzz? I'm going to put it onto Electabuzz. Then I'm going to use the Pokemon Center Lady again to heal my Pikachu, so that we looking pretty clean. And then I can Electro Ball. Not enough to knock out Panpour. Oh wait, Panpour is weak to electric. I was going to say Panpour has 70 HP, so the 50 damage wouldn't be enough. But Panpour was weak to electric, so it multiplied it by 2, doing 100 damage, able to knock it out. So we just kind of cleaning up here. We just kind of cleaning up some shop. Hi, I'm Allie. Let's see what you've got. Okay, Allie, come along. Come along, Allie. So we did get basic Pokemon again. We got Pikachu and Electabuzz. I'm going to lead with Pikachu again. That seemed to work out pretty good for us in the last game. Again, I'm pretty sure you get to lay down bench Pokemon when you start off, just like at the same time you're laying down active Pokemon, but it's not letting me, so I think that's just because of how we're learning. So my opponent played Town Map, which is a pretty interesting trainer card. It allows you to flip your prize cards over. So typically, like us right now, our prize cards are face down, so we can't see them. But with Town Map, you're able to flip them face up, which means you're able to see them. So then you can just choose the card that you need, which I didn't mention this either. So prize cards are taken from your deck, and they are placed down after you draw a hand of 7. So you draw a hand of 7. Make sure you're able to that you have a basic Pokemon in your hand so you can play the game, because you need a basic Pokemon to start the game. And then after that's been settled, you take 6, in this case 4, typically 6 prize cards and lay them face down from the top of your deck. Just for you new people. I know not everybody's new, but I like to cover it just in case. And if you guys do have any questions about the trading card game, be sure to put them in the comment section below, and I'll try to help you the best I can. Like I said, I've played before, but it's been a little bit, so this is good reminders for me and good start for some people. So I'm going to attach the Pikachu. We did go second, so we can attack this turn, and we have a Misty's Determination, which I'm not aware of because I stopped playing before this set came out. I had these cards, but I didn't play. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. So you discard 1 card from your hand, and then you get to look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back in your deck. Alright, so you're basically trading a card for a card, but you don't get to search your whole deck, so it's not as good as some other supporters. But I will lay Electabuzz down. I already attached an energy for this turn, so I'm going to play Misty's Determination, just so that we can find a card we need, and then move from there. I'm actually going to keep Fearow. I think he might be good. Since this deck's just straight full of energies, I'm going to discard the energy. And look at that, there's a Spearow. So we're going to grab the Spearow, hopefully get that start setting up to get a Fearow at some point. I mean, I'm going to try and rely on this Pikachu as much as I can, so I'll probably attach energy there next turn. But we're going to quick attack here. Hopefully we get the heads. Nope, we get tails. We get tails. No, Pikachu. Pikachu. And the Grimer's going to get another Psychic Energy, which... Oh, okay. So Grimer gets another Psychic Energy. Again, Psychic's one of those bunched up typings. It's Psychic, Poison, and Ghost are all stuck in there. I'm actually going to look at Grimer because I wasn't expecting that move. This was a card that was out when I was playing. I just never looked at it. So for 1 energy, 1 Psychic Energy, Lure Poison. Flip a coin. If head, switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with the defending Pokemon. The new defending Pokemon is now poisoned. So when you're poisoned, you take 10 damage in between every turn. So it's not just like 1 turn in between, it's all of them. So after Grimer attacks and it switches my turn, I take 10. After I attack and switch, I take 10 again. He attacks and switches, take 10 again. So we should be able to live with Electabuzz through all of that, because Grimer can only do 30 damage. We have 10 on us right now. When we go back to him, it'll be up to 20. He'll do Sludge Toss, which will bring us up to 50, and it comes back to us up to 60. So just a little bit of math, but we're getting this out. So we did get a Pokemon Tool as well. I'm going to drop the Fearow down on the Spearow just to kind of scare him. And that way Fearow can't get shuffled back into our deck through some nonsense, and then we lose it. And plus Fearow gets to attack with 1 energy where Spearow needs 2 to attack, so just kind of speeds up that attacking process. We also have an item card, the Hard Charm, which is also a Pokemon tool. Pokemon tools you can attach to your Pokemon, and that gives them an extra effect. So with the Hard Tool, any damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to by your opponent's attack is reduced by 20. So I'm definitely going to put that onto Electabuzz because he's our active right now, and that's going to help him stay alive longer. I can attach an electric energy to the Electabuzz, and I'm just going to attack here with Light Punch. Bah. And we're going to take that poison damage I was talking about. He's going to attach another Psychic Energy to the Grimer. And like I said, we've got the Hard Charm, so it decreases his attack by 20. It started off as 30, it's going to only do 10. So we're looking even cleaner now. I'm going to put Eevee down. Unfortunately, we did not get another energy. I would have really liked to get that, so unfortunately we discarded an energy earlier on in the game. But I'm going to play the Pokemon Center Lady, and I'm going to use an Electabuzz. It's going to heal all of his HP, and it gets rid of that poison. So pretty good use of the Pokemon Center Lady there, I think. And then we can just Light Punch this Grimer. A little bit of baby damage. A little bit of baby damage. And we're going to see Roller Skates flip a coin. If heads, draw 3 cards. Pretty okay card, but as you can see there, it's unreliable. So it's not as good as some other drawing cards. And then he goes for the Sludge Sauce again, which is only going to do 10 damage. We do get another Electric Energy, so I'm going to attach that to Electabuzz. And now we're able to use Ambush, which is 20 damage, plus 20 more if we get heads on a coin flip. So I'm going to, in fact, do that. And, of course, we don't get heads. No luck for us, so Grimer is going to survive for another turn. We're going to see his Coughing evolve into Team Plasma's Wheezing. Ooh. So he's going to continue to just hit us for a little bit of baby damage. And then I get a Kangaskhan. A lot of Pokemon cards. Not really any other cards. Now we get the heads when it doesn't matter. So let's see if we can grab an energy out of our prizes. Unfortunately, we get it. Actually, Tierno's not bad. Tierno is another supporter card that allows us to draw 3 cards. So drawing cards are always really good in this game. Oh, Smog Bank. It does 20 to everybody on the bench. Is that the only effect? Yeah, it's just 20 to everybody on the bench. So that's another way that you can attack Pokemon is Pokemon on the bench. Like sometimes people will retreat their Pokemon so they don't get knocked out, and then they'll just be sitting there and they'll only have like 20 or 10 HP left, and then Weezing can come in and knock them out. So it's a really good way to pick up cards quickly. We have a Kangaskhan. I don't necessarily want to put Kangaskhan down on the bench because again, Weezing's attacking the bench anyway, so that's just going to let Kangaskhan get racked up with damage. And then also I might want to leave that open for a different Pokemon, especially because I don't know what is in this deck. I don't necessarily want to fill up my bench right now. We do have a Voltorb. Again, I don't know that. Actually, I'm going to lay Voltorb, because if it's the Electrode I'm thinking about, there's a pretty good ability on it, so yeah. I'm thinking about adding it to the Pikachu, but Pikachu's not going to last much longer. A lot of these Pokemon aren't going to last much longer, to be fair. Fearow needs so much energy for its second attack. I don't know where to put this energy. I'll put it on Pikachu, I guess. And then I'm going to go for Ambush. Unfortunately, we get a Tails. That's not what we needed right now. Electabuzz. Everybody's going to get knocked out on the bench. My opponent's going to get a ton of prize cards. Because next turn, both Eevee and Pikachu get knocked out, which is not good. What I could actually do, I can save my Pikachu from getting knocked out next turn by adding the Electric Energy to the Pikachu. I'm going to actually bring up the Great Ball here. So Great Ball, you get to look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal 2 Pokemon you find there and put them into your hand, and then you shuffle your deck afterwards. So we see a Pikachu and an Electabuzz, and that's it. So I'm just going to grab Electabuzz. Oh wait, is it only one? Grab a... It looks like a 2 from here. I'm going to grab another Pikachu. Just in case we get Raichu at some point. Just in case we get Raichu at some point. And now, because I have 2 energy on my Electabuzz, I'm going to actually retreat him. This way, Pikachu won't faint next turn because Weezing can only attack the bench. And we get more reliable and more damaging hit off with Electro Ball, doing 50 to the Wheezing. So next turn, Wheezing's going to faint, which is nice, unless he potions. Unless he potions, then he won't. But Smog Bank is unfortunately going to knock out my Eevee, which allows my opponent to get a prize card. Oh, wait! Why do you get to knock out my Pikachu, too? Oh, it does it to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, no. Oh, no, we messed up. I didn't know it did it to all. I thought it was just the bench. Dang it. So I'm going to bring Fearow up, because Fearow is, again, the most damage for the least amount of energy. Which we get a Professor's Letter, so we're able to search for a couple energy here. How many do we get? 2? We get 2 off the Professor's Letter. So I'm going to grab these 2 energy. My opponent only has 2 prize cards left, and they're going to pick up another one with that Voltorb this next turn. I'm going to attach the Fearow. In 2 hits, Fearow will be able to KO the Wheezing. So we should be able to hold out. We should be able to hold out, hopefully. Ugh, there goes the Voltorb. I shouldn't have laid Voltorb down. I'm just giving my opponent prize cards at this point. And there comes the Electrode. It's not even the Electrode I wanted. It's not even the Electrode I wanted. Electrode. I'm going to put Pikachu down. Am I? Yeah. I'm going to put Pikachu down and start getting Pikachu charged up because the Wheezing goes down this turn. And Eevee comes up. Oh no, actually, we might just lose this turn. Oh, he didn't bring up the other Ekans. If he would have brought up the other Ekans, we would have been in a pickle. Ooh, even this Ekans could get us next turn. Unless we had a healing card. No healing card. No healing card. So if my opponent gets another energy next turn, we just lose. We just lose! Okay. Oh, it evolves into Arbok. Can Arbok attack me? You can only do... Oh no, that's enough. We losed! We losed in the tutorial, guys! Oh no. Well, I'm gonna try again, and we'll come back if I win. See you in a sec. Alright, guys. Well, this just popped up too, perfect. So, we had a pretty commanding victory that time. We got Raichu turn 2. I don't know what I did wrong the first one. I think I focused on Spearow too much, but we didn't lose a single Pokemon that time, so there's up to that. But we are finally up to the final player, Otis. Your name's Otis? I mean, it kind of fits, actually. You've made it to the final match. Good luck. Alright, boy. We're gonna wax that ass. No messing around this time. Alright, so we got Pikachu, Voltorb, we got the Electrode. We out here. So the strategy that I'm going for once again is to get the Raichu. All 6 prize cards this time. There's a Scyther on the other side of the field. It's crazy up in here. So I'm gonna play an Electric Energy on a Pikachu. Oh. So Bicycle is a good card, but you need to have less than 4 cards in your hand because you draw up to 4. Do I bother with the Voltorb? Let's put the Voltorb down. And Pikachu can't attack this turn because it's turn 1, unfortunately. We're going to see a Weedle, and the Scyther gets an energy to slash for 10 damage. That big 10 damage, though. I'm going to get Pikachu set up here. Put Voltorb down. I can draw for 1. I'm going to see if I can get a better draw next turn, though. So I'm going to quick attack. And I get the heads! Bah! 20 damage to that Scyther. Again, I'm just trying to go for the Raichu early on. We see a Dano. Oh, and Scyther gets to heal all the HP off. Perfect. Just perfect. See Dark Energy go on the Scyther. And does 20 damage now. Oh boy. Could I get a potion? Ooh, what's this? Giovanni's Scheme. Choose one. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Or during this turn, your Pokemon is attacked 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. I can knock out Scyther this turn. If I do that, because I attach an Electric Energy to Pikachu, I play Giovanni's Scheme, and I want to do 20 more damage so that Electro Ball is doing 70 instead of 50, and Scyther only has 70 HP, so we're able to knock him out, and there's no energy on the board, so he's not set up for another attack yet. Wait, and Electrode's retreat is 0. Oh, we get a big draw. I'm playing the Switch card, which allows you to switch your active Pokemon with a bench Pokemon. I'm going to do that with Electrode. And then I'm going to retreat the Electrode. Now, you can't just retreat constantly. You can only retreat once per turn, but if you use an item card, like I do with Switch, you can switch and then retreat. And then I'm going to play Bicicleta, And I'm going to get 3 cards instead of just the 1. I'll get an Eevee. I even get Raichu this turn if I want. Which was a wasted Giovanni scheme if I did that. Oh well. Let's get Raichu. Let's get Raichu, because that's the whole point of this. Right. And it guarantees that we're going to live for another turn too, which is the big thing. So I'm going to Electro Ball for big 90 damage. Overkill, 100 damage, sorry. Tierno. That's a good card to get. That's a good card to get off the prizes. So we're able to drop. Weedle's going to come out and is going to go for the triple sting. He's going to flip a coin to get the roller skates. He gets head, so he gets 3 cards. He's able to evolve his Dano to his Wireless. Lots happening. Sorry, guys. Professor's Letter, so he's able to get 2 energy cards. He's going to get a Darkness and a Grass, so we know he has energy back there. Weedle's Triple Stab does 20 damage. Okay, I thought that was a 30 times, and it's only 10 times. 10 times, 1 for each head. So you got 2 heads, so it did 20. So I can play an Electric Energy. I think I want to get Electrode set up. Yeah, Electrode's going to be our next attacker once Raichu goes down. I play Tierno, draw 3 cards. We need an Electabuzz and a Kangaskhan. I don't really need either of these on the bench right now, so I'm just going to leave them in my hand because I don't want him I don't want to give him things he can like switch my Raichu out into and then it's stuck in the active. It's just not good. Because like if he uses there's some cards that allow you to switch Pokemon, and that's one of our problems from the first game is the Grimer switched us out, and then we had to deal with Electabuzz being inactive. But if we don't have an Electabuzz from the switch in, I mean, we do have a switch card, which helps us, but I can just Electro Ball his Weedle, bop him right on the head, knock him out, and I can get another prize card, get a Misty's Determination. This also gives us cards to discard for Misty's Determination if we want to go that route. The Zweilous is going to get a Darkness Energy and go for double hit, which is 20 times. Oh, and he gets enough to knock us out. No, Raichu. Raichu, I was gonna Raichu, a love song. Alright, let's put Electrode down. Yeah, because Zweilous' double hit is 20 times. You flip 2 coins, and it does 20 times the amount of heads. I'm gonna Misty's Determination first. I'm gonna drop Kangaskhan. I don't think there's double colorless energy in here, which is a special kind of energy that counts for 2 energy. Professor Bird's Observation's a pretty good card, but I'm gonna go with Spearow. Because I wouldn't mind getting a Spearow set up for future endeavors. So let's set it on a Spearow. Zweilous won't be able to KO us next turn, so I'm gonna set up Electrode to be able to do a big 60 on the following turn, which is still not enough to KO the Zweilous. Well, here's to hoping he's not able to do a lot of anything. I'm going to play Great Ball so we can get nobody good. I'll get Pikachu. From what I've seen, we only have 1 Raichu, so I'm not really too keen on setting up another Pikachu quite yet. I'm going to Static Shock the Zweilous for 20 damage. Unfortunately, our Electro Ball doesn't do enough to KO Zweilous, especially after a potion. Come on, dude. He's going to attach a Grass Energy, play a Professor's Letter, get 2 more energies, both Grass Energies. We're going to see double hit, get 2 tails. 1 tails, 1 head, so 20 damage. So we will be able to live another turn. Yeah. I'm going to play Roller Skates, hope for the heads to get 3 cards. We do get the heads, so we get 3 cards. Magnetic Storm. Each Pokemon has no resistance. That doesn't really help us right now, so I'm not really going to bother with it. We can heal, though, which is nice. We can heal, though, which is going to make Electrode stick around for a little longer. I'll attach another energy, and we'll attack with a Electro Ball. So that way, if he has another potion, he's not going to be able to live for another turn, because we're doing more damage than he's able to heal. Or enough damage that it's going to be able to knock him out. He's going to do Strength, which does a ton of damage to us, which I don't like. I'm going to potion up Electrode again, so we're looking clean once again. And I can play the Evo Soda. Evo Soda is an item card. Let me actually look at the thing for you. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. And since Spearow's been out for a little bit, we can play the Evo Soda and get one of our Fearow. Actually, there's another Raichu in there. Huh. Alright, well, we've already played the Evo Soda, unfortunately. so we can't take that back. Once it's on the field, you've played it, you can't take it back. But I can set down this Pikachu now, so I can start getting things rolling here. I'm going to Electro Ball, which will KO the Zweilous, and no energies on the field for my opponent, which is looking nice for us. He did just draw 2, so he's going to be able to attach. So only the Scyther can attack. You put up the Venonat, which isn't going to be able to attack, and I can knock out, so I don't know that was his best play. Probably should have went for a Scyther. I'm going to attach to the Fearow just so I can attack, especially because we don't have the guaranteed Raichu yet. I can just knock out this Venonat. Yeah, if he would have went into Scyther, he could have attacked last turn to put 10 damage, which isn't a lot, but Scyther also lives the Electro Ball. We're going to see a Pokeball, which you flip a coin of heads, you search your deck for a basic Pokemon, I believe. But it looks like you got Tails. What is this Pinsir doing? Pinsir used Overhead Throw for 1 Grass-type energy, does 30 damage, and then this attack does 20 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. Doesn't seem like a risk I'd want to take, but these are starter decks, so... I can put an Electric Energy onto Pikachu. I can play Professor's Letter to get 2 Electric Energies. And I will... Actually, I could have saved that for next turn, because if this hand gets shuffled, then that was just a waste of a card, but... It's whatever at this point. So... We're going to get knocked out next turn, unfortunately, with the Electrode. But I'm going to Electro Ball here. Doesn't put it in range of another Pokemon's attack either, which is kind of sad, but... He is damaging his own Pokemon, which is nice. He's going to attach another Grass Energy and then just knock out our Electro, put 20 damage onto the Weedle. And then I have to choose a new active. I'm going to choose Fearow because I can take some hits. Fortunately, we aren't at Drill Run status, which would be able to knock out the Pinsir. But I can put this Hard Charm on my Pokemon, so he'll actually be doing more to his own bench Pokemon than he will to me. Unless he gets another energy for the next turn to do Heavy Suplex, which does 40, and then this attack does 20 more damage for each energy cost in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Which Fearow's 1, so it will do 60 damage, minus 20 to back to 40. I'm going to attach another one to Pikachu. We'd almost be up to Drill Run status if I was just attaching a Fearow, but we're going to attack with Peck. One more is going to be able to KO the Pinsir, which is going to be all of his energy's gone again. So, Overhead Throw only does 10. Oh, why do you Overhead Throw me, dude? Your Heavy Suplex would have done more damage, and you can use it. I don't know. Cool, do you, dude. I'm going to play Roller Skates. Hope for that heads. We got the heads. 3 cards to us. Electabuzz, Kang's got a Pikachu. Not quite what I would have hoped for. I'm going to play the energy down for Pikachu. And at this point, I really don't need energy cards. So I'm just going to play the Professor's Letter to grab 2. And this is just to thin out my deck, so we can hopefully have more chance of getting the Raichu. Because if we take 2 cards out of the deck, that's 2 cards less that we draw instead of Raichu. So that's the strategy behind that. And then I'm going to attack with Fearow to knock out Pinsir. Bop. And we get one of our last 2 prizes, another energy card. We have 1 card left in the prizes. And this Scyther is set up for a KO from Fearow 2. My opponent played Super Rod, which allows you to get 3 of either basic Pokemon or of energy cards and put them back into your deck and shuffle them. You get them from the discard pile, by the way. And because of the Hard Charm, Scyther Slash does 0 damage to us. We have a lot of cards here. I'm going to place... I mean, we win this turn, so I really don't need to do any of this, but I like to do it just as setup. So like when... So I still have that not knowledge. That, like, I still try to play the turn as if I wasn't going to win, just for, like, practice for future games. So I'm just, like, trying to get rid of cards at this point, because, again, I'm trying to get that Raichu. Do I have anything with a free retreat cost I can get rid of Switch? I mean, technically, I could switch out the Pikachu. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play Switch in the Pikachu. And then I'm going to retreat my Pikachu for Fearow, which means we do have to get rid of energy, but that's fine. I'm going to play Professor Birch's Observation. And then we can hopefully get the Raichu. If we don't get the Raichu. But, again, we win this turn, so... We peck for the game, and that's the victory on the tutorial, guys. We're going to open this pack that they give us. I know it's been a long video, guys, but I'm glad that you stuck it out with me if you did. We got a Kingdra EX! I don't think it's a good card, but I do like Kingdra. Oh, come back! I was going to read you! Congratulations, here's your Pokemon EX. Let's head over to the collection to open your booster pack. That's what I wanted to do with you guys, is open the booster pack, and then we'll take a look at Kingdra too, if I can find him. I know I have a ton of cards, so it might be hard to find him at first. He might not even be loaded up because I haven't played this game so long. We're gonna open up the Sun and Moon booster pack, see what we get out of it. We got energy, which we don't need because the game gives you unlimited energies, and then we got Cosmog, which allows you to draw a card. We got a Roggenrola, a Ballon Sweet, a Psyduck, a Litten. A big Malasada, which deals 20 damage and removes a special condition. That's a good card, man. That's a good card. We got Krokorok, we got Orion, we got... Our reverse holo is a Switch. And the rare that they've been drum rolling for this whole time is a Cosmoem. Cosmoems are rare? That's dumb. Man, that's dumb. Man, that's dumb. Alright, so I'm going to see if we can find our Kingdra, because I want to look at it. I want to look at Kingdra, mate. It looks like all my cards are actually pretty loaded. Oops. Wrong. Wrong. Alright. Got a lot of Kingdras, but this is the Kingdra I was looking for. Actually, I already have one of these. So Kingdra EX. It's got Big Storm, which for 1 energy, you get to discard any stadium card in play. It does 20 damage. And then Dragon Tail for 4 energy, which isn't great. Does 60 damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each basic electric energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you can, like, somehow... energy boost 3 electric energy on that thing, it's doing, what is that, math is hard, 150 damage if you're just meeting the energy cost. So I mean, I've seen better, and only 170 HP too, so that's not great. But anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. We have no packs right now, but I do have a lot of code cards to put in, so hopefully we'll get some new packs, hopefully we'll get some cards that we can use. Hopefully it'll be a good time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're enjoying the return of TCG to the channel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already to see more TCG content and more Pokemon content in general. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, everyone.